Welcome back, foolish mortals, to Hotel Transylvania. We hope that you enjoy your stay and your revenge to come to my daughter's wedding.
Okay, seriously, it's hard to talk with those things in. Okay, so after the success of the first one, we all knew that the sequel was inevitable. Expectations were really low for this because I didn't get a whole lot of laughs out of the first Hotel Transylvania. With Adam Sandler reprising his role as Dracula and along with the rest of the same cast coming back, I was thinking, here we go again. Well, it turns out I wasn't too disappointed because I actually laughed a lot more in this one. Now, Adam Sandler is pretty good as Dracula, and I actually do enjoy his character, but at certain points of the film, he can be kind of selfish and a jerk. Like treating his daughter Mavis, played by Selena Gomez, like a daddy's girl, while she is getting married to the human Jonathan, played by Andy Samberg. It's just making me think, come on, Drac, ease up. Your daughter's getting married. You don't have to intervene so much. So the new story here is that Jonathan and Mavis have gotten married. They are expecting a baby. And how is that possible, since we learned from vampire lore that vampires cannot create offspring with humans? No details are explained about that process in this universe because a wizard did it. So Mavis and Jonathan give birth to their new son, whose name is Dennis. However, Dracula, her father, insists that he's a vampire and is trying to find out for sure. Meanwhile, Mavis is just so intent on seeing the human world that she wants her husband Jonathan to take her there. And they leave their son Dennis behind back at the hotel for Dracula to babysit him along with the rest of the monsters.
Everything's gonna be alright, sweetie. We'll take good care of Dennis.
So while his daughter and son-in-law are away, Dracula takes his grandson and the rest of the monsters on a field trip trying to prove to them that he's a vampire. His grandson Dennis is who I meant. First, the Frankenstein monster played by Kevin James tries to show Dennis how to scare people. Instead, it turns into a social circle. Okay, that doesn't work, so then they take Dennis to a human Transylvania summer camp. This introduces us to one of my favorite jokes in the movie. There is a 50-story, unsturdy wooden tower at the camp. Dracula, his grandson Dennis, Frankenstein, Walter the Wolf, and the Mummy all head to the top of it. Dracula is proving to them once and for all, and he throws Dennis right off the platform. While the poor kid is falling constantly, Dracula is just saying to them, "Do not worry, he will fly." Drac? He's still falling. No, seriously. He'll change right into a bat and come back up to us. But the poor kid keeps falling, and Dracula realizes that he has to save him at the last possible second. And while this is happening, Mavis and her husband Jonathan back in the States is just having a great time. The young woman is having such a wonderful time at Jonathan's old home. Unfortunately, Jonathan has another problem with this movie. The guy is just such a klutz, and he doesn't take complete ownership of the problems he causes. I know that Mavis still believes that he is her zing, but why exactly did she marry him again? That's kind of cool that he's a wild traveler, but he has to be the kind of guy who could actually work and provide for his family. He's just not as strong in this movie, and that's kind of a missed opportunity. Now, when everybody gets together in this movie, we are also introduced to a new character, Vlad, Dracula's father, voiced by the legendary Mel Brooks. Now, his character was good, and he got a few laughs out of me. His bad henchman that he brings along was a total jerk, and surprise, that's where we get our major conflict in this movie. Now, Selena Gomez is alright as Mavis, but you know what? To my surprise, she actually does a pretty good job at playing a responsible mother in this film. That is, if Dracula would stop intervening so much. But after all the problems have been pushed out of the way, this film was actually enjoyable. Not a moment goes by with every visual gag going by every 10 seconds or so. Not exactly the great sequel which I expected it to be, but still, I had a good time with it. I'll give Hotel Transylvania 2 a 6 out of 10. So I'm curious, what are each of you going to dress up for Halloween this year? Let me know in the comment section below.
Be sure to look forward to my Halloween reviews.
And for anything that counts words,
thank you, mortals, so very much for watching. I'll catch you all on the flip side.